I'm going to share a powerful process to let go of needing stuff. Needing. I need the clients. I need the money. I need good health. I need this relationship. That's grabby energy. And today I'm going to give you a powerful process to let go of needing and instead switch to what would I love. Needing is a form of resistance. Needing comes from a place of lack and limitation. It's coming from a consciousness where you don't trust the unseen forces, where you have fear instead of faith. I have discovered when you need something, it is your will that's running the show. It isn't God's, source, spirit, infinite intelligence. When we need something, it's coming from the ego. And it's often self-centered fear that you are going to miss out, that somehow you are not going to get your needs met. So to stop needing something, you have to break the resistance. You have to relax into the knowing that you have it already or that you don't need it. So here is a powerful process to let go of needing anything, whether it's money, a relationship, a certain type of body, your health, possibly it could be you need a holiday, whatever it is. Here is the process that will make all the difference. So number one, I highly recommend you write out, this is what I've done before, is that I write in a circle. So I draw a circle on a piece of paper and I write the need in the middle of the circle. Okay, so you might right now need more money. So put it in the middle of the circle, and then I want you to write out 4 reasons why you don't need money. Oh, you would love it, but you don't need it. Okay, you would love it, but you don't need it. So this is how you do it. So first of all, you don't need money, and I'll tell you why you don't need money. Because you are more valuable than money. Literally, money, if you break it down, is just a piece of paper. If you can look at your perspective around money, money is not you. Money is just this form of exchange that humans have come up with in order to exchange money for services rendered, right? So if you go to a shop and you buy groceries, you give money as a form of exchange for the goods you're removing from the grocery store to come home and use. So you've got to neutralize money, neutralize it, because when you can neutralize money, more money will come into your life. So you're going to neutralize that you don't need money. I don't need money because I'm actually more valuable than money. I don't need money because really it's just a piece of paper. It's a form of exchange that humans have come up with. But really money is not the master here. It's the servant. I don't need money because actually I'm not going to let money be the master. I'm the master. It's my servant. So I don't need money. Another example would be, is because God is the source of my supply, not money. If you think about it, the money actually comes from a power greater than ourselves. It's the source of our supply. Sure, it comes through people to you, but the ultimate source is infinite intelligence, and there's an infinite supply of money everywhere. How do I know this? Well, look at people around the world. There are some people that have plenty of money and some that don't. So you have to look at what is the consciousness of someone that has plenty of money compared to someone else. I believe people that have more money than you have a different way of thinking about money. They don't need money. That's why they have plenty of it. So I'm helping you neutralize or let go of this emotional charge to do with money where you don't need it. But remember, this particular process can be used for any subject. It can be used for an SP, that's a special person you would love in your life. It can be used to be a certain weight, to live in a certain home. You can use this for anything. I'm just softening the resistance. So you don't need money because God, you are more valuable than money. Money, you don't need money because money is just a form of exchange that humans have come up with in order to exchange for services rendered. You don't need money because you are the master and money is the servant. You don't need money because you have survived without money in the past and maybe right now in the present moment. You are still surviving, right? You are not on the streets, okay? You're not at the moment about to die, okay? Because you don't have money. Because you can always source money even in your lowest state. There are people out there that will give you money, whether you have to beg for it, whether you have to ask the government for it, whether you have to ask a family member for it or a friend to loan you money. You see, you will always be taken care of through other people that you could call the government, possibly. You could call a friend, right? So you don't need money because you are actually surviving without money. And I have to give you an example where I think if you can remember where you survived without money and came through, that is strong evidence that you are going to be all right. So, going back probably 5 years ago, I was living in Vegas. I'm back in Australia now. I've been back not yet a year. And I remember it was COVID. And of course, none of us could go out and work. And I had no support. I had no support from the government, from my family. I was living by myself in Vegas. And I, at the time, couldn't pay for my rent. This is going back quite a few years. And I desperately needed money. And so what happened was, in order to break the need for the money, I went and did service. Service always brings in money. Oh, I've got to remind you about that. It always brings in money. And so I managed to get through this moment of hardship by discovering that God was the source of my supply. And out of the blue, money appeared. And ever since that day, I have realized I don't need money because I've survived without it. Actually, I became very abundant, going from a very low place in my life where I couldn't pay my rent, within 2 weeks making $15,000, just like that, because I started to trust a power greater than myself. So I now use that example to remind myself I don't need money. And I bet you have examples where during your lifetime you have survived very difficult situations where money appeared. So use that as evidence to remind yourself how you don't need money because you managed to survive without money. So come up with 4 reasons. Could be to do with an SP. Oh, I don't need an SP right now because I love myself immensely. I'm doing okay by myself. I'm actually thriving. I'm enjoying myself right now. I don't need this SP because I have a beautiful, rich, fulfilled life. I have friends, I have family, I'm busy doing my own thing. I'm okay without having a loved one in my life. I don't need this SP because I have God in my life. I have Source, Spirit, Infinite Intelligence who hears me, sees me, and values me immensely. I don't need an SP because I have a deeply fulfilling work life. I don't need an SP because right now, because I am taking care of my health. So you can write out reasons why you don't need something. And then you can switch to why you would love something. But you need to unpack it first, get rid of the resistance first in order to switch to why you would love something. You see, love is a beautiful vibration. And so what I do is I do the releasing of the negative first, the need, and then I go to love. Why would I love more money? Well, I could do this, I could do that, or I'd love to do this. But it's coming from a place of love, love rather than I need it. So this video today is to help you master your mind so you can master your life by letting go of the need, that grabby energy of how you need something. And when you can soften the resistance, basically what you're doing is you're surrendering. You're letting go. You're letting go and letting God. And when you can surrender, that's when you release the kink in the hose, and that's when abundance can start to flow to you again. So if this is resonating with you, put it in the comments. And if anyone would like help in an issue that you may have difficulty right now with, where you're finding it hard to let go of the resistance, then book a call with me. Don't worry, I'll straighten you out, and then you'll change your perspective, and I'll help you then let go of the need for something and rather step into something you would love instead.